high target where a guy would kind of squat up or stand up. I didn't like those two things.
You and Bill Dickey would not have gotten along very well.
Yeah.
Castro checks his swing, and from 0-2 now to a full count.
Now the question is it the glove or is it his body? Because you can't change a guy's body. You can move the glove around. Like you said, you didn't like the catcher high, but with Salvador Perez, it seems more the glove is on about the same level, but his body is lower than the actual target with the glove itself.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jason Castro. Leadoff hitter aboard here in the second. And ball 4. That's a plate appearance that started 0-2. And the first 2 hitters are aboard here in the second inning.
Well, and this is a guy, Castro, who's really been struggling coming in. You see the pitch just in off the plate. Johnny Cueto has been a little bit too much of this, where he's had hitters in nice counts for a pitcher and hasn't been able to put them away. Even his last start, he only gave up 1 run, but as you mentioned, a lot of walks, a lot of hits, a lot of traffic on the bases. And that's one thing you want to avoid in the postseason, is traffic on the bases.
So now the number 9 hitter, Jake Marisnick, who had a pair of base hits in the opener yesterday. Carter and Castro aboard to start the inning. Marisnick shortening up. Nobody home at third. The throw to first is too late. That hesitation cost Mike Moustakas, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. That is scored as a base hit, and it sets up arguably the most dangerous hitter in the Houston lineup. And that's the leadoff man, Jose Altuve.
Well, the infield for the Royals looks like they're going to kind of guess what kind of balls hit. Carter not with a lot of speed.
Altuve is always up there hacking behind 0-1.
So they're not all the way in, they're not all the way back. They're going to kind of read it. Altuve is certainly going to make things happen right when he steps in the box. So there's no question what he's trying to do.
Carter, Castro, and Marisnick aboard with nobody out. Cueto and the Royals in early trouble here in the second.
Going back to that play, AJ, you know, that's a play where the catcher really determines what's going on. So you're right, he may have crossed him up. Slower runner going to third, they probably would have had him, but it had to be thrown to a shortstop running on the move. He wasn't standing there.
Boy, a foul ball that clips just about everybody on its way back. It's 0-2 to Altuve as we take another look at the play.
You're right, John. It normally is the catcher's call. But you see they kind of have the semi-wheel play on where Escobar is going to third. You see Cueto right there pointing to Moose, hey, third. But I think Moose realized, oh no, I don't have a sure thing at third. I'm going to try and get the out at first. But the way Marisnick runs, it was just too quick. It was too quick, too aggressive of a call by Cueto. And I don't know if it was Cueto or Sal Perez yelling, but the way Cueto acted, he was acting like he was making the call.
Altuve sends a fly ball into very shallow right for Alex Rios. Not deep enough to get Carter home from third, and that's a huge first out. Bases loaded, 1 gone. The Astros entered this series with all kinds of conversation around their poor road record. Only one team had a worse road record in the American League. That was the Baltimore Orioles. They've won 6 of their last 8 on the road, largely because Colby Rasmus and this man, George Springer, have done the heavy lifting.
Careful right here, John. Careful 2-0 right here with this guy. We saw him hit a home run last night, 3-1 off Cristiano. This right here is a big pitch for Johnny Cueto and the Royals team in general. Because this right here could be 4 runs real quick, and you could be down 5-0 in the second before you even have a chance to do anything.
George Springer has been a tough guy to double up this year as well. If you're thinking about that, getting Johnny Cueto out of the jam, he's grounded into only 4 double plays and almost 400 at-bats this year. Cueto crowds him and now falls behind 3 balls and no strikes. The rookie shortstop Carlos Correa next, and then the left-handed hitter Colby Rasmus. The 3-0. Big green light and one that's fouled away by Springer.
You can tell generated velocity right now out of Johnny Cueto. A couple of them even underneath and got the ball up.